Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Sunday market breakdown Zoom call where I'll be analyzing EU and GU um, and give my output of where I believe the market's going to be going for the next week. Um, of course, this will be just my analysis. Other people might see things different. I apologize from now if you can hear my son in the background. He's waiting for his dinner. Right, so I will start it off with GU first, and just get rid of this. And let's see what we can see. Just give me a second. Just give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Right, that's it. Right, so let's go on the daily and let's have a look on the daily time frame first and see what we can see. So we know we're bullish overall. So we know we have a push from, let's get this. So from this low to this high, and it broke. This is external structure. I also broke this structure, which is where initially the push started to come down. As we came down, so we go, to give you an example, from high to low, lower high, lower low. The lower low failed to come to here to break structure again. Instead, it pushed all the way up and broke this last structure here. And it broke the first structure, which started the whole move. So good indication, and also it shows you that buyers are in control on the higher time frame. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Now, within this push, we have two areas. We have decisional areas and we have extreme areas. So extreme will always be at the bottom where the push originate from. And decisional areas would always be the areas that cause the breakup structure. So, this is the simplest way to just mark up the higher time frame chart so you know exactly what's going on. What we can see, so I've put a line here to see what it's reacting from. Hello? So I've put a line here to see where prices stop, this blue line. So if I go down and just make it smaller, we can see that that's a high led to a low that broke structure in like a weekly long-term basis. We're bearish, and this is like a complex pullback up to where we are in the extreme zones anyway, to potentially go down or to completely take this area out. Completely take this area out and go higher and higher. So, that's the reason why I've got that line, just to see where I am overall. But this bit is not really too relevant for us, but it's good to look and see where, where price is reacting from, especially when we make a new main push. We have to go now over to this side to see, like, what this push, what is affecting, and what is it going to react from. But for us, our main concern and um, our main pushes is going to be in these areas, just to keep it simple and not overcomplicate it. So what we can see is we've retraced back to original, what the cause of the break of structure, so the decisional zone. So we're going to have a look at the decisional zone, which caused the break of structure. So if I just make the chart bigger so we can go in and have a look. So within that overall push, as I said, we're in the decisional zone. I just marked it out and show you. We've got, that's the last low that led to the break of structure. So this is our push for where we are now. The rest of these down there is irrelevant because this is where we are now, right now. And the information in this area is what we're going to be trading. So what we can see is, as I said, that's a low that caused the break of structure internal and external. And also it breaks the main push that shows you buyers' intent and what buyers are planning to do with price and where they want to take it. Now, you can take your fib tool and draw from the bottom of the top on the daily time frame just to see. I remember last Zoom call, I did say to everyone that I will not be looking to buy it until these areas get mitigated. Once these areas are mitigated, then, I'll be looking to buy. So, this is why now we're getting a reaction, because even though we're in a decisional zone on the higher time frame, this area right here is also a decisional zone on the lower time frame. And then your extreme, just like the higher time frame, will be somewhere down here. So we're going to drop and have a look. Right. What can we see? So the internal break of structure, which is responsible for the internal main push. Delete this line. We've come back to efficiency of pullback within the 61.8 and 78.6. More than 50% retracement has been met. Now, potentially this push can go and make a higher high, or it could just go, it can go to the last high that makes the low, mitigate or even induce that area and go down to extreme because there'll be more liquidity lying down here. And it could potentially treat this area, as Yassine brought to my attention the other day, as a break. So that's the push, which caused that break of structure. So break. I'm guessing the test for me would be, well, this may consider this as a test, then push higher, then come back, induce the test. So this would be the inducement of the break and test. Once the inducement of the break and test and grab more liquidity, then give us the expansion as an idea. Now, what we can see, as I said, for me, we're mitigating, levels where we can expect expansion because, price can just go up from here and potentially make a higher high. We can see momentum, we can see intent by this push off right here. Let's get rid of this to keep it as clean as possible, as clear as possible. So on the retracement down, with market structure, it sometimes can be confusing because it's layers upon layers. So once we broke structure to the upside, when the complex pullback in the form of retracement start coming down, this is the first layer that needed to be broken. If you then go on the 15-minute or the 1 hour time frame, from this first layer, we have, let's make it higher. We have the height to where it got to. It made a low. It made a lower high, and then it made a lower low. It broke structure here. It retraced, lower high, lower low, broke structure here. It retraced, lower high, make a lower low, break structure here. That's the last high that made this low. Now you can say break. You can say this is a test, or each one of these can be a test on the time frame that you're looking at it as. So that's the high, which makes the low. Pause the break of structure. Well, that could be a test. And you've got supply zones up here that's been mitigated, if that's your test. Because look, high, so break, test, push lower, came back up, induce the break and test into mitigation of this zone. The high to the low that caused the break, this whole thing is a zone. That's now we have a break and test liquidity been taken into mitigation, and then we have the follow down. The follow down then led to where another break of structure here. So you can say this is the new high. So this is what I was marking up at the beginning. This is the high that led. It's gone 4 hours. Let's see what this led to. Just to keep it easy and simple. Let me get rid of this box so I don't confuse anyone. Let me get rid of this line for now. So we know that this break and test is an inducement because this build up here is liquidity that's been built up. So this build up is liquidity build up. Then the liquidity build up, that when liquidity build up, you have buyers that are buying and stop losses at the lows. And we have sellers who are trying to push price down, have their stop loss at the highs at the top of the break and test, because this area is the area that's responsible to the break of structure to the downside. So stop losses will be up here. Once price pushed up and take this area and take people's stop losses in the form of an inducement, then price will carry on its complex pullback cycle and continue pushing down. So this is why we now have big impulse candles that push down with momentum, because liquidity that was trapped underneath and above has been swept. We now have what? Another break of structure, which is the one right here. That break of structure, so this high, which led to this low, as now, this is a push on the higher time frame, the 4 hour. And you can then say we have break, test right here, break and test. Or you can look at it and say, this is the area that's responsible for the break of structure to this here. So this is going to be my decisional area, and this is going to be my extreme area up here. This is a very, very strong area because it's taken liquidity in the form of this inducement. Now, what we can see is price is coming back because remember I said to you at the very beginning that efficiency has been met. When I took the fib tool and draw from this low to the high, and the complex pullback retracement has met the efficiency of pullback, and potentially we could have an expansion from here to go up. So levels that you may get reaction from would be the decisional zone, which is this area here. Well, of course, you need to drop down time frame to look at how safe this area is. What I mean when I say how safe it is there any liquidity lying above it? You know, is there any triple tops, equal highs, possibly resistant levels that you would say, for me to be on the safe side, I will not sell this until, you know, this is broken or induced, then I'll look for the sell because I don't believe this area is going to hold. Also, what might aid that this area may not hold is when tomorrow opens up, the momentum of how the, you know, if buyer is going to step in now, step in and push it and break these areas. But as long as you understand that the efficiency has been met in here, there's still liquidity line underneath this area and the extreme levels. So potentially it could go down and sweep this and use this as an inducement or a break and test inducement, which is what I showed you earlier, or it's going to respect it and go higher. If you start to see this level getting broken, this one here, then for me, it's pretty much going to go up from there. It won't come back down anymore. Internally, as long as everyone understand, We have the first break of structure here. We have the second break of structure here. And this is the last point that broke it and enter the decisional levels, which is the complex pullback. Let me just drop down to 1 hour. So again, you can see this as break, test on the higher time frame. So price is here now. So ideally, as a play for tomorrow, is you would want to see what potentially might happen is price will induce this area. Let me just turn my setting on so I can see. So this is 50% Asia. Yeah, 50% Asia. If we have an inducement here, then we can get the sell down. But if we have the sell down here, then of course we'll be looking for buys, because on the 1 hour, we have an inducement low, which give us this push, this impulse, which broke structure here. Once structure here is broken in these highs, we haven't had a retracement. So I've got here on my chart, I've got break. Let me just get rid of this. I have inducement, break, test, push higher. Let's drop down and see. This is trendline liquidity lie underneath right here. And we also need a retracement because we're far up on the push. So I've marked out this potential area as an area that it potentially could retrace to. Of course, it doesn't have to, because pro trend will give you minimum retracement. It would just go and keep going up and up and up and up, you know. But for me, this, this is an area of potential retracement. So if I say London push 42 pips, let me see. Okay, potentially no. 482. Yeah, potentially it might not come down here, because based on like the pip range it move, it might not come down to here. So we will have to see. But one thing I will do though is when the session open, I want to see another inducement high and then broke low before potentially I play to go higher, or I sell. But the sell will be very temporarily for me. It won't be I'm gonna sell to make a new lower low. It will be a quick 1 to 3, because for me now I'm pushing up. Like I'm buys now more than sells until we get to these, like this level getting induced. Then I'll be selling, or this level getting induced, then I'll be selling. Once these areas getting mitigated or induced, I'll be selling. But for now, I think I'll be buying up to these areas based on, pip range. And if we're saying break and test, break, test, push higher, liquidity, but we'd have to wait and see how the session opens up on Monday, tomorrow, to see what it's going to do and what it's planned. But, this is just to give everyone a little scenario of, what I can see and where I am. You also can see that, if from a 1 hour perspective, we have a high that led to a low. So you can say break of structure, break, and all of this is your test, and then you push lower. Of course, on the 15-minute time frame, this push lower, and this is a test. This push lower gave you a medium inducement, which tap into it is a medium inducement into a mitigation of this area here, which is the internal, and then we have the expansion, which broke structure, and it also took out the SMT high, which caused the low. So I was saying something like this. I would want to play to go higher, or keeps going up. Have this inducement right here in my session in London. Anywhere up here, then I'll be selling it down, looking for a quick 1 to 3. But overall, I'm bullish. Any bearish will be temporarily for me. As I said, 1 to 3, and then I'm out. So what I'm going to do now, as I keep my analysis as very simple as possible, I don't overcomplicate it. I will now, take some questions and, ask other people for their analysis. I would like some people to be like more interactive because, you don't learn from being quiet. You learn from asking questions and, you know, having an input into the analysis because maybe you can see something that I don't, and you can teach me what I like if I've missed something, basically, you can teach me if I've missed. So can we just have someone just coming on and just tell me what they thought about my analysis and what they think? Everyone's quiet. Fatima, have you got anything? 6, have you got anything? Everyone's really quiet today. I think everyone's sleeping.
Nah, bro, I'm chilling. I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Um,
Go,
I had a question.
go for it.
You see the law that made the retracement inducement?
The low that made the retreat, the low, this low,
Left, 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 right, right, up, up, up,
this
up, up. Yup, from there to the inducement. Hi.
this one.
Yeah, put your fib around there. Like from high to low. Where would be your 50%?
Somewhere near here.
Just wait for that.
Okay. But do you see though, I was right in terms of what I was
Yeah.
saying, isn't it? In terms, but do you see that
You,
I
you know
marked the
you
breaking
know
test
why
right there?
you know why I said that, right?
Why?
Okay, so if you look at it, we're reacting to a zone, but it's not a what? It's not a like a like overall important zone, right? And
No.
there's demand zone right below there's break and test, right? To the
The
left, look
demand
left,
zone.
look left, look left, left. This demand zone is reacting from
This one here.
left, left. The bottom one.
This one?
Yeah, there you go. So now look, it took the high, it came back test, and it pushed
Hold on a
higher.
second. Let me just do this so I can see properly. So,
Put a
so
line
this
where it broke the left. Put a line where it broke the left. No, no, no,
here,
the left, the left, the high. The
here,
high to the left. No, no. You see where your extreme demand is?
my extreme demand is down here,
Okay, so where did it break the next high?
right here.
Okay, so put a line. So where will be your breaking test in there?
This.
No, just look at the details. Look at the wicks. Pay attention to the wicks.
So are you so
So
the
so
the
that's an inducement, I understand. Then it broke the high. Where will be your
yes.
test? After it broke the high, where will be the test?
So once this high is
Yeah, it
broken
got
here,
broken. Yep. Where will be the test?
my test will be break. So
There
it
you
could
go.
be here.
Yep. Yep. Technically, it's that wick.
Okay.
Visually is the demand. Visually. But technically,
So,
it's
so the demand what I've marked out from here,
yes,
because
like that's
this is the
visually.
last. Okay,
Like if you look at a break test visually, it'll be the demand. But technically, the wick took the high, another wick came down to test, then price push higher. You know what I mean? Technically, if you look in technicals.
yes,
But like visually, you're right. It'll be the demand that you're talking about. So to me personally, I'm still bearish. So I understand that price from here could go, but it's unlikely, and that could be like a break test on a daily time frame. So if I'm saying that that demand zone can be a potential smart money trap, it needs an inducement, right?
right.
Where's the nearest inducement, or where can price induce for me to get a sell off?
For a sell off, it needs to induce these like
At
this here.
least, at least,
Yeah,
right?
this break intense. Yeah,
That's why once price
because
becomes
not
there,
only
I'll
just that, not only just that. This whole block is a zone. So this whole block here is a zone, and it needs to go in. Yeah, we need an inducement following your strategy to then take price higher, lower. Sorry, lower. Um, because this is the reason why I say that when we would know if we're going to be bullish once this getting taken out, this high, the high, because this is the last high to low, which
not
tap
nec-
into.
not necessarily though,
Okay,
because even like look left, yeah, you on a 1 hour, yeah, look left, like no, that area. So like what I was just talking about, look at the visual breaking test and look at the technical breaking test, right?
okay. So
That
look
will be
left
your
there.
visual. That will be your visual breaking test, right? Right there, that
Yeah.
high. Where's your technical? Look left. Where did it break? Then test.
So where it broke is right
No,
here.
no. Look at internal structures. Well, correct. That could be the overall on like a 4 hours. Price broke the low, pull back to retest, then push lower. Which you could look at it this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's that like breaking test is it's all depends on the time frame. You know, it's just different on a daily. It's different on a 4 hour. 1 minute is different than five. You know, so.
Yeah.
But like we don't care about that. All we care about is okay, this is our last high that has made a low. You know, this is our dealing range. Right now is the high to the low. That's your dealing range.
Correct. So right now it's this.
Correct. Unless you get somehow some other confirmation that show you this is not it, then you do the opposite. But you understand now, okay, there's liquidity above. If price now from here comes lower than higher, I'll be buying. If price decides to build up liquidity, go higher, induce into a mitigation that happens in my session, I'll sell it.
That's exactly what I was trying to basically say. But you just made it, yeah. So then would you then say then, of course, this could be a break and test, but the real one would be then there. And that would be the inducement of the break and test to go higher.
Can it be? Yes, but you know, it's all sticky. It's
Okay.
all depends what time frame you're marking it on. You just gotta
Right.
wait for your daily cycle, what happens, medium inducement, no medium inducement, continuation. You look at the momentum that's coming at you. Look at what age you're doing. Like look at this instance, yeah. You see Aja induce a low, right? And push 61 pips. And look, it just straight line above,
Mm-hmm.
right? No, like right before London Open. Okay.
Yeah, this is a straight line, yes.
Yeah. So you look at it and it's straight line up, right? Then you look left. Yeah, price is bearish still, but you look left. Is there any medium inducement for you to sell price?
No,
Because price is now coming at you bullish, right? So
correct.
if you're gonna continue price is gonna continue bullish. If you're gonna reverse price, you're gonna need what? A medium inducement, right? So
Which
now you
which
look,
could which could be this one or this one.
yeah, or the one before it. or
This
that
one
one.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you open the session and you understand, okay, there's no medium inducement prices coming at me, 61 pips, momentum. Okay, it's probably a continuation trade buys. So that's when you look for a buy. You know what I mean? And if you look at it,
Yeah.
it is a buy setup that session.
At least you could then say I'll buy to here, or if the momentum kick in and you
Exactly.
close it manually, you leave it open and take your chance and say, okay, I'll aim for this one.
Exactly. But you get what I mean? Like this is the same thing.
Yeah,
But like that New York Open. New York opened on a medium inducement.
it did. Yeah, it
So once it
opened.
opened, but I understand that price is bullish. So my trade was just a 1 to 3 retracement because I understand where price is coming from and the momentum is coming at.
So you got your 1 to 3 within this area here.
Whatever. I think that's way outside time, dude. Whatever New
Oh,
York opened. That's when I took 1 to 3 trade.
so it'd be here then. One of
Yeah.
these
So if
push
you
down.
yeah, so if you put a mark left, you could see medium inducement mitigation. And I understand. See, the thing is,
Yeah. I see it. I see it. I see it. That's the mitigation here. This is a medium inducement, and that's the mitigation.
so
Yeah.
yep. So you see that the difference is I'm not aiming for unrealistic target. Like, oh yeah, we should go take the breaking test. No, like you understand price is coming at you bullish. You know what I'm saying? Where you're mitigating down below. Can it go higher? Yes. But I'm not interested in the buys. So when I'm looking for a sell after a medium inducement happened in my session, okay, where is likely to react and go higher? Okay, boom here. All right, boom. This all you know what I'm saying? That's my
Yeah.
TP. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine just closing 1 to 3. But if you're not, then you have to hold and find your target zones.
Perfect. Does anyone else have anything to say? Bro, I think my analysis is so
Yo,
good
yo,
that it
Shane.
keeps people quiet. I've never
Yo,
seen
Shane.
analysis that keep people quiet. Yeah, go on.
Yo,
Yo,
Yeah.
Shane.
Hmm.
What are you saying, bro? You good? Analysis on point, bro. So I just wanted to confirm, like, I think I understood everything. Where you see that low that's kind of pushed off from the low. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's say the real low at the bottom, yeah. So we call that a leg there, yeah. Let's say like we have like a daily structure cycle, liquidity cycle, and we have a medium inducement to the low. Buys are valid if we have a medium inducement in window, right? Valid, but obviously we're not trying to aim for the sky. We'll just capitalize on the like our 1 2 3 within that leg, yeah, like internal medium inducement
Hmm.
for buys. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason why I ask is because where that low is coming from, would buy still be valid from that? Is that like a protected low if we get a medium inducement within that
But
internal?
this one,
Yeah.
um, I think it depends on where price went first.
go on a weekly. Go on a weekly. What did that do?
Which one?
That weekly. You see how we close the imbalance, weekly imbalance?
Yes.
Yeah.
So can it go high? It can.
Yes. 100% can.
Yeah. Yeah. So buys are valid if we get a medium inducement in time with liquidity build up. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
100%.
Got
Yeah.
you, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see though, like how like you cannot just look at one time frame. You have to
Yeah.
kind
For
of
sure.
use everything to build the picture.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. And yeah, I think a good point what Yassine said as well. It's quite important for everybody to understand, including myself. When he took medium inducement sell, he was Yassine was clear, like there's no more much liquidity for you to try and aim real low. You just take your 1 to 3 because of the way of how price was coming up so bullish, you know. But if you feel like, oh, you're gonna hold, you have to be realistic that there's no liquidity down there for price to just keep moving down. So I feel like that's very key to understand. If you're trying to take a medium inducement when price coming up hot.
Yeah. 100%. But in terms of analysis wise, you're pretty much same as me. I think you know what, eventually everyone's gonna get to a point where we don't need to do pre-market analysis anymore because everyone will have the same analysis and everyone will be knowing where they're going.
Inshallah, bro.
It's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Salam,
because
my brother.
yes,
Like I'm saying.
you're gonna do EU, by the way. I was waiting for you.
Oh, my boy. I'm sorry. I was a little busy, but yeah, I'm
I
ready. I'm
know you
ready.
are. You're ready,
Do it.
yes.
Yeah, let's
But
do it.
but in terms of GU, is everyone have pretty much the same of what I've got?
Yeah, I
I
agree,
mean,
bro.
I have the same because like, and honestly, I don't trade DU that much. I just use it for divergence, but like, I can definitely understand.
Perfect. I've explained it clear as well, haven't I? I
What
didn't.
why don't you trade GU if you don't mind me
Look,
asking?
yeah. So the thing is, like I got burnt a little bit by trying to um, what would I say? You know, look
Freestyle?
at the two things at the same time, like EU, GU, and this, and GU will be doing a different
Yassine,
thing. So I'll be
Yassine,
waiting on the
Yassine.
confirmation,
Yeah.
and it just get me
Remember,
burnt.
sorry to interrupt, bro.
Yeah.
Remember when I said the same thing to you?
Yeah, remember what I told
Can you
you?
remember? Yeah, I remember what you told me.
What do y'all think I should do, bro? Like,
Oh, you have to trade both of them.
I see.
The reason why you have to trade both of them is one will give you a good setup, the other one won't. You'll be missing out on a good opportunity because
Mm,
let me give you an example. When I'm at work and I'm working, I can only look at one pair because I'm on my phone. And every
okay.
time I take a trade on that one pair and I get burned, I look at the other one, I'm like, damn, that setup is so much better than the setup that I've chosen for the day. Does that make
Mm,
sense?
yeah, 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 it does.
Way more cleaner, way more inducement in time. And that is the reason why that, for everyone, you need to practice having the dual screen. It will be complicated, but it's like anything else. It's like learning what medium inducement is. You have to
Mm,
practice it until it becomes
that's
better
true.
because you'll be leaving yourself short by trading one pair only. And
Hmm.
especially like how EU and GU correlates, one won't go up until the other. Like if one's going up, the other one will likely to go up, you know, and the diversions of, as you mentioned, it's good
Mm,
to have both of them and learn how to do both of them.
I see what you mean.
And
All right.
Okay.
from the day Yassine said that to me, I've always, bro, even every Zoom call, if you look back, I will slide one over to this side, or I'll slide the other one over to that side.
Oh
That's
Shane,
I've
go
always
pro.
go on
done
a daily.
That's
Go on a
pro
daily.
level.
So
that.
look at that. Look at that daily full bearish candle. The first full bearish candle on the GU.
Yeah.
Bearish candle, full bearish candle you had.
This one.
Not that one, the one on top.
Give me a second. This one here, then.
So now put a line on the imbalance. You see how we marked it out on EU and GU? EU never did it, but GU did it. And if you did not trade both, you would have missed out on how many pips it pushed down. Because I was in sales from the high, from the
Mm,
moment it induced the high. So look how, like, understanding that, okay, price is what complex pullback, indecision. Now you had a sweep high filling up that daily imbalance. You
that's
see that
true. That's
imbalance
true. That's
level,
true. Yeah, 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 that's
which
true.
is a break test, and it was a medium inducement in time. So if I did
And
not trade
look,
both, I would have never
and
seen
look.
it.
So this is what you're saying, and this one did not,
Mm-hmm.
did it?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You get so now you look at it, which one is the better setup for that day?
This
That
one.
That's
that three
GU.
candle push, or just look 1 day bearish, 2 day bearish, and it never comes back to that top. You see?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
if you
that
got
no,
in
that
from
makes
there,
sense.
knowing your target, it's like
All
that's
right, my
why I trade
brothers.
both, to be honest. So
I'm
because
gonna
I
back
look,
test it aggressively. Do not worry about it. I got you.
I look
Inshallah.
at
Okay.
both structure, then whatever makes sense for me for the day and what I analyze, that's what I trade. Because when I used to just trade one pair, you'll see the setup, but sometimes it will not meet your criteria and you will force it. And I,
Mm,
I don't know about you, but that's I used to do that. So now when I see that, okay, daily imbalance closed, medium inducement in key time window, took out break test, medium inducement, fills the daily imbalance,
Oh,
and
you're selling.
coming up,
You're, you're
and trend
selling.
line coming up, I was selling it. I was selling it from that top.
Yeah. Because this is a trend line that you will see, or you want
Exactly.
to go lower.
Then the higher time frame narrative, you had big bearish candle, daily imbalance, liquidity build up to the top, build up, medium inducement, mitigation. That's my full liquidity cycle. In
And
time
yes,
window, I'll find my confirmation. I'm selling it.
Money.
and
You
Yassine,
can look at it right on time
I
window.
I literally said it. I literally because I during the call a second ago, I literally just said that. That's why I've marked it as a break-in test, but it's an inducement. And it's also responsible. This is the new high, was now responsible for this whole push down here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the one that's responsible for it. So
How,
when
how
price
many
goes
how
back
many
up,
pips is that, Shane?
when price goes back up into these levels, expect a reaction because it's
How
an
many pips is that
inducement.
from the high to the low? See, you if you don't trade both, you would have missed out on 200 in
Yeah,
20
24.
pips.
Yeah.
But like you understanding that, right? If the daily imbalance closed, right,
Mhm.
and you catching it from that top, there's no point in just catching 1 to 3 because your high time frame narrative is there, right? The
Mhm.
low is SMT because it's a low that fell to make a higher high,
Mhm.
right? Which is right there before the BOS, your BOS mark.
This one,
Yeah, and that low, where did it go? It hasn't reached efficiency of pullback. It's not
no.
mitigating anything. Price is bearish, and you catching it all the way from that top.
At least
You
here,
at
at
least,
least here.
Yeah.
like you see
Shit,
how
yeah.
much, you see how many pips we will catch, and that's the days you'll see me swing trades. You see me let it go, and that's the day I made 40K right there. That push
But
right
but
there.
but
Shit,
but
shit.
you've got that deep understanding. But do you know why I say at least here? Because look, it all lines up. Look, from low to high to here. Once it comes and fill this, it can just react and then go
Mhm.
up.
Mhm.
What one thing I will say to everyone is when it comes to continuation trades, especially when a level is broken, no one knows how high the high is and no one know how low the low is. No one
Mhm.
knows.
Yeah,
Does it make sense?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
once we reach like territories like for example, once this is getting broken, you don't know how low this is going to push. Of course, you will have like some form of target when you're going to come out. Let's say you were in this trade that, but look how low it pushed from this break here, from that break to the very lowest point it pushed to. That's another 115 pips.
That's why I tell people don't, just wait for two legs needed. Like that don't make sense. Two legs on M1 after that low broken, and now you're trying to buy it when it's coming down at you like that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
see
that's
trend
it.
line. I'm just targeting a trend line, bro. Your narrative is wrong, bro, because you
Get
don't know
burned.
how low is it gonna go, like Shane said. And when it goes make a higher high, you never know how high a high is the high. That's why you
No,
have to
no
wait for
one
structure.
knows.
True.
Bro, I get me and six, and I think Nish we were getting freaky one day, and we were trying to predict. So once we have the external break of structure like this one
Mhm.
here,
Yeah.
we were trying to predict when the sell-off is gonna start happen to try and catch it from the top.
Yeah, no,
It's
no,
the
I saw
most,
y'all doing that. I saw y'all doing that, bro.
it
I
was
saw
the
y'all doing
most,
that in chat.
yeah, it's the most like you just can't. You don't know when this is gonna stop and then start the retracement.
I saw Sissy selling. He sold, bro. He sold on the top. He was like, major inducement, I'm in. And he got in. I was like,
But
bro,
you,
I want to sleep
but you
that
just
day.
never you just never know. This can go up more and more and more and more
It's
True.
it's,
until
it's a
probably up
risky
here, then
risky
start getting
trade.
reaction.
Yes, sir.
It's a risky trade, like doing it like that. Like you can do it, major inducement, so it makes sense to sell. But
Hmm.
like if you really want to be like, oh yeah, now complex pullback started, that's when you wait for those M5 two legs. You wait
Yeah,
for the low that made a higher high to be smart money trap. You wait for all of these stuff, then you turn bearish.
yeah.
But
Makes sense.
I'm not telling you go trade GU now, but I'm all
No,
I'm
I'm gonna
saying
back
is,
test it, bro. I'm gonna back test it
like
so I can get good.
you don't even have to look at the two, but you can analyze obviously you are analyst, you analyze price, then you execute, right? So
Yeah,
you can analyze, then set alerts, right? If
yeah.
your alert hit, you look at it, you like it, you trade it, you don't like it, you leave it alone.
Okay, makes sense. Really, really appreciate that.
No problem. But yeah, that's basically my analysis on GU anyway. I'm gonna stop sharing and you can take it from here and you can do EU.
All right, my brother. Let's go.
My guy, my guy, my guy.
Go. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I feel like how do you call it? I feel like EU analysis is gonna be cleaner for me at least because I trade this.
Exactly. That's what makes it better for you. So
Like
obviously remember to start from the high and break it down as you go
yeah, of
down.
course,
Know what we're doing.
of course, of course. Great. All right, can everybody see my screen yet?
Yes, we can see.
Perfect, perfect. All right, so we were talking about the same thing just yesterday, right? Market reaching efficiency of the pullback on the weekly. We were looking for more confirmation. We don't know if the market is just gonna go like this or if the market can just respect this and go make a high. That can definitely make sense. Market can just respect this, go higher or mitigate areas here and then go lower. But we don't have that much information here. All right, so let's go to the D1. This is where we can start playing the game. That's what I think. All right, so here we have, if we mark our structures, right? We have higher high, higher low, higher high, test liquidity, then push high. Market came back, full momentum, induced this, created a new higher high. One thing that I kind of started, understanding from this push right here is that market started losing momentum a little bit. If you look at it, right? Because look at this. From this to this push, the momentum that we have here, and from this push to this push, it's kind of slowing them. It's kind of slowing them, telling us that, hey, now open your eyes. Maybe there might be a bearish, change or shift or something coming up. So I just, call everybody to kind of open your eyes and look at it. So this is what is going on currently, right? And I want to share something also with people, right? Look at this. Look at the full momentum, full volume, like strength in price action coming in, and compare it to this slow coming up, coming down, small. Like, of course, we know that these are full volume candles, but can you look at it? Like, there's no comparison with like between this and this full candle. This. No, there's no comparison. So for me, I will say that higher time frame, I am bullish, really, really bullish. What I'm saying is, all right, on the D1, this might be a little weird, but what I'm saying is there is a possibility for price to push high, take this test liquidity, take this test liquidity, just like O'Shane said yesterday, close this imbalance and just dip lower, right? Or another thing that can also happen is that price wouldn't need to go all the way up to fill this imbalance. It can just respect this one right here, induce all these candles, take the test and go down. All right, let's make it a little bit more concrete. More concrete. All right, 4 hours. Perfect, 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 perfect. No, this is a little bit weird. 1 hour. Yeah, this make more sense. Okay, let's mark structure, right? Here we had this last higher low, creating this higher high. We can call this a test or a higher low, and then we have a push higher. Perfect. What do we need to confirm a change in price? What do we need to confirm a change of character and a complex pullback? We need a break of structure, correct? All right. So what did we get? And remember that we are looking at all this as a push, right? The main push, point A, sorry, from here to point B right here. So everything that is going on in this area is just the complex pullback of this, right? This is the range of this. Let's keep that in mind. All right, so we saw that market was playing around here, playing around, and then we saw this inducement pushing down, reaction off of this, push higher, and we saw a break of structure. For me, this was what actually like made me think that okay, now we have the guys in, they are selling, we're going there, right? Okay, from there we start marking structure, we start, finding our POIs. And the first POI that I saw was this one. This is the first one that I saw. Remember what Yassine always said, right? He says that when you have a zone, you have, for example, this zone right here. You have this demand right here. Now, before demand gets broken, you see that last push high, right? We can see the buyers are trying to take it up. They're trying to buy it. They're trying to buy it. And just all of a sudden, the zone gets broken, right? The zone right there, right? That push that we have there, how do we call it? We call it demand to supply. And most of the time, if you have liquidity before that zone can potentially create a new leg or give you a reaction, right? I'm not saying that in this specific case we might have a new leg. I don't know that. You don't know that. But just keep in mind that we can stay reactive. Because one thing that we need to remember also is, I'm going to go back to the D1, is that we have this right here. We have that imbalance. And now that, you see, and O'Shane just showed me the GU, this was closed. This was closed. This imbalance right here was closed on GU. So there might not be enough like reason for the market to just come there. The market might not come there, but we keep our eyes open. Okay, so above that, I have other zones. I have the imbalance. I have this decisional area that actually, led to the break of structure, and this is string that I'm not really considering. My eyes are open around this and this, and I'm gonna explain why in a minute, right? Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna put all this like this. Perfect. What can we see? All right, just bear with me, please. Okay, so right here, imagine that we have a line, right? We see the break of structure. We see the last power, the last buying power before our break of structure, meaning that we have a POI here, right? Now, what can we see? Push low, test of liquidity, test, right? Break, test without coming into the zone, without mitigating anything. It just closed the imbalance. Break, test, and continuation, right? Everything happening slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. And now, once the market, now I'm going to turn this back on. Once the market got here, swept all the liquidity, took this low, we got an inducement, we have enough liquidity in it, and we are going high. Where are we going? Like, if we just think about liquidity, if you, for example, right, this is on the 15-minute. Let's think about it. We are on the 15-minute. We're trying to make an analysis, like, and take position and sell. You see that the market pushed low, test, and comes low. Like, I'm 1,000%. A lot of us right here, we're just gonna wait for the market to induce this, tap into this, give us a selling confirmation, and we are taking the market down. I don't think there's any difference between like price action 1 hour, 4 hours, or 15-minute or 5-minute. There's no difference, at least for me. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I can think. So for me, next week, what I personally will be like looking for is buy, like short buy, long-term buys, short buys until the market gets to efficiency of the pullback so that I can be looking for long-term sales. And this, okay, I wanted to show you all this also. Last week I was talking about I was not really trading price action because it was a little bit confusing to me, right? It was a little bit confusing to me, but this is the way that I kind of found my trade Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was following this inducement right here, just like what Carl says, like domino effect, right? You can see that there's an inducement here. Last week, inducement of control, full momentum then, breaking structure, right? Market came back up, gave us another inducement right here, right? You can see another inducement right there, pushing low, retracement, 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 retracement. If you go on the lower time frame, I think there was an inducement here, pushing the market lower. Now, the thing that we all failed to see was an inducement of this low right here that you're seeing, so right? You're seeing so this inducement right here, and the market just went up before coming back then, right? And now we saw that there's a change in price. And that's weird because I was only able to see it this morning, bro. This morning, because there was a trend line. There's a lot of liquidity that the market is building here. Market needs to take that liquidity out and build another liquidity. Market took it out. That was the reason for the buys on Friday, right? Was the reason for the buys on Friday. You can see full momentum. Inducement goes to this, reaction of an SMT, came back, inducement, boom, break of structure. There was no time to just like, price wasn't playing at all. There was no game. Break of structure. So what I think might happen next week, I will, but might happen next week, is that we might still continue that push higher because there is imbalance in price. And I was watching a video of how do you call it, of Garcia recently, and he says that price never leaves imbalance. He always feels an imbalance. There will never be an imbalance that you'll see on the market that price will not come back to fill. And what do we see here? We have full imbalance here. So maybe market can just continue, go higher and take it out, or maybe market can take this liquidity right here. We have a trend line. Market can target this liquidity, take it out, and now come into our zone, give us a buy opportunity. We can take this buy all the way up here, right? We can take it up there. And just like O'Shane just said, you will never know like when the buy power is done. You will never know, right? So if you get in early here, like the buy here, personally, I'll tell you to hold it, but like make sure to understand that we are not in the buyer's market. This is a seller's market. Hold it until you see that the market gets enough liquidity and is giving you bearish momentum and get out. Because I personally don't feel like if you get in here, why should you just close 1, 2, 3? When you get a runner, let it run. That's why Yasin said, when you get a runner and you know that this can be a good runner, bro, like let it run. Let it run because all this is liquidity. I believe that price is going to take it, tap into here, and even maybe target this imbalance because O'Shane was showing this yesterday. Right here, right? Let me make this a little bit red. Right here, what did we have? We had a break of structure right here. We had a break of the BOS here, right? Right after the BOS, what happened? We saw a test liquidity, reacted, same thing that we are thinking about. Here, this was the last buy power. When the market was about to break this zone right here, right? Market came in, gave us, hey, like I'm gonna go up. Look at the trap, bro. Look at the trap. 30 minutes, minimum wick. Everybody was in. Like I'm going, I'm buying. What did market do? Went high and see a little bit of an inducement here. Inducement here, broke it then. Came down, full momentum. All right. And after that, we saw the test liquidity of that area. Boom, reaction and continuation. Test should not be holding like this. If like a test is holding like this, need to know that there's a manipulation going on. There's something that might happen. Take that test and now like give us the real move. The real move might happen after that. So for me, I think we all should stay reactive, right? Because don't be like price is not gonna react from here and go down, or price will react from here. Like I feel like we should open our eyes, always send our analysis, like be open to get critiqued or criticized on it, or like be questioned on it. That's what I wanted to say. Question on it. You need to be able to defend your analysis. You know what I mean? Because if you're not able to defend your analysis, then like you will be changing your mind every single minute, you know. So I think for me, price is gonna come here. Price is gonna come here. Maybe give us a reaction, efficiency of the pullback. Go for this. Uh, test liquidity, fill the imbalance, and boom. Now we might have our second leg now. But personally, like I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't think price is gonna go from here, go to create a new higher high. I just don't think so. But yeah, that's what I think. So my sincere advice is follow the inducement of control next week and please like backtest it, follow the inducement of control. That got me burnt a lot of time. Like I was trying to do the same thing that Wakar does, like uh, domino effect, this, and I'll find myself trying to follow minor inducement in 1 minute and get burnt hella. But when you zoom out, it works better, right? This trend line, taken, get here, reaction, inducement, break of structure. It's giving us everything. We have a zone here also that can be a small money trap, right? A small money trap here, SMT here. Prices, see the reaction. What do we need from small money traps? We need reaction to induce something, right? But bear in mind that we like the first reaction might not be the reaction that will break it, right? We saw it recently, we saw it last week. First reaction off of it, right? Didn't lead to anything. We can see that the momentum was going there. Okay, we can have now a second reaction, breaking this V2. I call this V2 test liquidity. I'm pretty sure I explained it yesterday, but how do you call it? Not Wakar, Garcia. He says that we have two kind of tests in the market, right? Two kind of break and test liquidity in the market. We have this. So this is a bullish market, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You get a little bit of a test right here, and market pushes high, right? Now later market is just gonna come in with trendline liquidity, boom, 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 and use this test here, tap into a POI around here, and we can see push higher, right? So we'll call this what? A V1, right? Let me put this right here. Call this the first variation. First variation of test liquidity, right? Okay. Now, what is the second variation? All right. Now, second variation is this. Market's going high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now we see test liquidity, boom. But instead of going to make a higher high like this, market is going to come here. It's going to respect it, right? It's going to respect it and boom. And a lot of people are going to be trapped, right? Because we're like, okay, price disrespected this. This is now a bearish market, full momentum, boom, going high. We induce this, come back to a POI here, tap here, boom, and all of a sudden, a new leg, right? So we have to kind of keep these in mind that the market like will not always move the way that we think it will, but at least we have enough information, both from Yassine, O'Shane, Arafat, and like the big bosses like Garcia and Wakar. So I will kind of encourage everybody to just go watch videos there. Like one of my goals next week is to watch at least one video of Wakar and Garcia every single day, because bro, they got gems there. And then after that, like in the weekend, watch the Zoom calls of Yassine, and in the daytime, like in weekdays, watch the videos of Garcia and Wakar. Like you can only learn by doing, brothers. And like you need to be hungry, you know what I'm saying? We all need to be hungry. But I think we are doing a great job, to be honest. We are doing a great job in Tepa community.
And,
Like everybody's
and
always showing up, bro. I'm
can I
listening.
just say something as well?
Of course, my brother.
You know when you're talking about watching Wakar and Alex's video,
Yeah.
I watch all of Waka's videos then about
For
market
real.
structure. If people want to be good at, at things with trading,
Yeah.
I do highly encourage people to, go out and watch these videos and, you know, try and get as much as you can. I'm not saying overload because from everything, you only need to, follow a strategy, which is the inducement strategy, which is what you're seeing trades, but in terms of getting your head around everything, I watch loads of videos, loads of Alex's video, loads of Waka video. I do exactly the same thing that you're doing, bro.
Right,
I'm
bro?
always up to date. I'm always up to date with whatever they're posting because they have done this, and especially Waka. It's over 10 years he's been in the market.
Mm.
You know, yes, he might not tell you exactly every single thing and all the secret, but you can learn something. So, I was just saying to Six a minute ago. So Alex and Waka is going to host a live session at 7. This is
Hmm.
another reason why I wanted to do the Zoom call early.
Oh
I
yeah,
want to
true.
be in that live session when he does it. It's free.
Oh,
Um,
I'm gonna be
it's
there
a free
too.
session.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
there
it is
too.
a free session. You just have to reserve your seat. So if you go on to is it World of what's his YouTube page? What's Wakar's YouTube? Is it WWR?
WWE.
WWE.
Hey, WWA. So if you go
All right.
onto his WWA page,
Yeah.
you would be able to. There's a link which will give you the live session that starts in 2 minutes, basically. And
Okay.
I've got my notepad and pen right here,
Yes, sir.
and I'm just gonna listen to. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna not everything I'm gonna take in, but
Yes.
important things that he say, I will make a note of it.
Hmm.
You know, these people are the best people to learn from. These guys are multi-millionaire who trade every day. They've used trading to build an empire. And this is something what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, just like Six's teacher is Alex, Urimi, and Waka. All three of
Hmm.
them.
Yeah.
So
Fully makes
that
sense.
100% you need to
Yeah.
go and watch. You can't just get this by just, what we're saying here. You need to do the back testing. You need to go and watch videos to help you have understanding. I think Fatima has posted in the chat. But yeah, I'm gonna be in
The
there.
link. Yeah.
Yeah, she's posted a link in the chat. So I
All
hope
right.
everyone
All right.
go in there and reserve a seat. And they're gonna go live. I highly recommend get a pen and paper and just write some
All
stuff
right.
down.
All
And
right.
then whatever you take from them, if you don't believe it, go and back test it. See if it's
Hmm.
true or false.
Hmm. That's true. That's bro, 1,000%, bro. I agree with you because, bro, like a lot of this stuff, right? Like I gathered it from a lot of guys. Firstly, from Yassine because Yassine opened everything. He like, bro, that dude changed everything for me. So like you learn from your scene, right? You make your own research, you get this knowledge, right? And now you apply it with you back test it, and you see that, oh, interesting. This actually works with what I'm learning with your scene. And if you learn something that does not align and you feel like it's just gonna lose time, bro, like don't use it because it's not. I think like I was reading the chat a minute ago, and I was reading about like Yerimi strategy and all that, the ULE, ULE, all that, bro. I cannot understand it personally. I just can't understand it. I'm like, you know what? It's not needed. If I can make money with what Yassine is like teaching me, and I'm pretty sure the ULE is just a different name for something that we already know and we practice every single day here in the table, you know. So I'm like, it's not needed to complicate it, but if you can go to get more knowledge, like I want all of us to succeed, inshallah. So I'm gonna go research thing, you know. And if I learn something new, bro, I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna be like, let's back test it. And from there, inshallah, we're just gonna get better and better and better, you know. So yeah, this is the perfect community to do it. Everybody's active. We're trying, like our guy, our mentor is the best ever, bro. Like, mashallah. So like let's do the work. Let's put the work in. But yeah, so where was I? I was here. So this, for me, this is a small money trap. Like it's not even potential. For me, this is a small money trap, right? But I know that there needs to be a reaction, right? Reaction down. We saw the reaction down, but this, if we call this an inducement, like what did it lead to? Right? It didn't lead to a break of structure through the upside, and we can see full bearish candle coming down. So this might not like have done anything. So we wait now for the market to take this trend line, potentially tap here, give us a really good like entry model, like lower time frame confirmation. We take it up. We take it all up. But depends also on when the market open, like where the market opens. If tonight, right, we look at the market and we have a gap here, right? And Asia session just pushes up, pushes up, pushes up, pushes up, gets in here already, right? Now, when the market opens, you know that your buys are already done. We need to wait for further development to know if we are continuing buying or if we need like to go down. Because by that time, if market pushes up, by that time, I'm sure that we will have this. We'll have a really nice trend line, right? At that time, we'll have a nice trend line here that we can attack, because like there is for me one of the restriction that I have now is no liquidity to target, no trading, bro. No liquidity to target, no trading. No momentum in the market. I'm sitting, I'm watching, I'm sleeping. So yeah, bro, that's one thing that got me burned. So I'm not doing it anymore. But this is my analysis, brothers. This is my analysis. We are shortly bullish until momentum kicks in. We have, all the signs and all the momentum, all the bearish power to go down. But one thing is that if you can catch that, like you can catch the sales, on top, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be nice and sweet. It's gonna be nice and sweet. So, inshallah. But yeah, if anybody has any question or needs anything or needs me to explain anything, please let me know so that we can get it done.
Yeah, man. Let me add one more thing.
All right, my brother.
You see like how Shane said, there's Wakar and Alex G, what's it called? Webinar.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, you can learn a lot from these guys. I'm telling you, I have spoken to these guys, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm be honest, completely honest with you. What
Yeah.
they share is not 100% the full picture, but you could
Oh,
gather
bro,
pieces and
of
make it
course.
and make the full picture.
Of
I'm
course,
telling you,
bro.
because
Bro.
when I look at it, I know exactly what they're explaining, exactly what they're talking about, because I learned from Alex a lot, and I learned from Okar, and I did learn a lot from Urimi as well. But like what I said, like Alex, right? Great
Yeah.
analysis, great execution, right?
hmm
But he's a little bit different than Wakar. Wakar
Yeah.
is super restricted. Like this guy is super restricted. One trade a week, sometimes two trade a week. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he's that type of dude. Urimi, risk taker. And you
Yeah.
see,
No, a
like
thousand
you
percent.
see now, I took something from each one. I
Mhm.
love how Urimi risk taker. You know what I'm saying? If you own risk, you'll make money.
Yeah.
Wakar, you know what I'm saying? Like detailed oriented. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Alex G, high time frame narrative, all of those. Like you can learn something from each, like every single one. And uh, my advice would be like, try to get in there and learn. And if you have a question that they did not answer, just at me, and
Yeah, bro.
I promise you I can answer it, because the same way they trade, I trade, but it's a little bit different, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a risk taker. I like you see me one day 7K drawdown. Think if I showed that to a car, what he would say to me, it'd be like, "What you doing?" You know what I mean? But
Right.
I
Yeah. No,
don't
a thousand
mind. I
percent.
don't mind the
Yes.
risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Man, I really
brothers.
appreciate that. Bro, I'm telling you, like the notion of minor inducement, like medium inducement, like I heard them before coming to Taper, bro. But like the way you explained it and the way we can ask question is different because all those guys, like let's be serious, they're making out like money off of those teachings. So like we cannot be naive in thinking that they're just gonna come on and like explain everything to you. They're not gonna do it. They're making money off of it. So they're gonna keep some information, right? A little bit of a bridge. They're gonna teach you, all right, medium inducement is like is the north of the thing. All right, so like this, they're gonna give you another information that is gonna be the south. But how do you get from the north to the south? That's going to be the bridge that they're not going to put in. So that's why, like, taking notes, writing things down, and then coming to paper, like, and humbly asking for questions, like understanding and all that can help you. And also, like, I feel like backtesting, and it's for all of us because, bro, I also like I lack backtesting. I need to backtest more than I already do to just get better, understand. And I wanted to share something. I was watching a podcast recently of a lady called Marcy something, right? I forgot her last name. She's the future second champions or something, like the competition that they do, right? And she was talking about she's been trading for 15 years now, 15 or 20 years. And the guy on Word of Wisdom was asking her, so what, like, how do you get better? How do you get good at trading and all that? Like, do you backtest every day? And she gave a weird answer. She said, what? She said, like, I spend much more time pretending to backtest than I actually backtest. What does that mean? Like, when you open your chart, right? When you open your chart and you look here, right? What do you see? Okay, you went back testing. You ain't going back in time and seeing like doing anything, but you're looking at the market. Focus. Okay, you see, all right, so interesting. Market broke something here, gave it test. Like I was taught in Tepa. Good. Continue. All right. Right after that, pulled back up and juiced it, come back. All right, good. After that, like what happened? Where could I have taken my trade? Inducement, and you can see liquidity, inducement of it, full momentum. Good. Now you go on 5 minutes, right? Like real quick, you go on 5 minutes. You put this here, come here. You go on 5 minutes. Like, all right. So if I was here, right, how would I have entered this trade? You go on 5 minutes. Personally, I go even on 1 minute. I'm like, how can I how can I capitalize on this? All right, great, 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 great. What can I see? You can see that there was a push, right? There was a push, high, boom, boom. Okay. So here, personally, I can put this as what? Can put this as a small money trap, right? Good. Comes here. Small money trap. What do we need from a small money trap? We need an inducement. Okay. Reaction, 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 reaction. Come back, come back. Inducement, full momentum, break of structure. Good. If I was there that day, I would have taken the trade here. Okay. So now you ask yourself, so why would I have taken the trade right there? What are the list of confirmation that I need? Okay, now, all right, good. Momentum is in. I can see that price induce something on the left. All right, what did price induce? Test liquidity. All right, so by doing all this and just asking yourself question and like being like, if anybody sees you from the outside, they're gonna think you on crack, bro. But like for you, you are training your mind, and this is just a game of, bro. Like the more you're doing it, it's like everything. The more you're doing it, the more you get sharper. The more you understand, the more you question yourself. And if you're the type of person who want to go to the next level, bro, like you're gonna go ask yourself questions. You're gonna research things, and you're just gonna get better by the will of Allah, inshallah. So like I believe in that, and I've been doing it. I've been doing it since you said it, bro. Like I would just go back because I'm on the essential. I can't go on doing like 2020 and trying to back test price to 1 minute. I can't do that. So I can go on 5 minutes at least and just question myself, research, get better and get better. And bro, like with time, I'm telling you, it's just I'm seeing more things in the market, and I can still like I will make full mistake, like a lot of mistake, but like when I go back, right, and I'm like, oh, interesting. This is the reason why I've made this mistake. This is the reason why I've done this. And also, yeah, like I wanted to show something also. Can everybody see my other tab, or can you just see my chart right now?
Yeah, we can see.
You can see this like zoom here.
Yeah, we can see a chart, bro.
Oh no, no, no. I wanted you all to see something else. Well, you know what? I need to feel like need to do it. I wanted to share something else. Okay, great. All right, I'm sharing something else right now. All right, this, right? The journals, bro. Journals. So here, for example, like I've taken losses, win, be, and all that. But what I try to do every time, right, is that I will come here. I'll come here, I'll take a piece of paper, I'll take my notes, right? And like losses that I made, explain why exactly I made that loss. Like here, for example, took this trade, this stupid trade, right? Like price tapping in here, got here, I took the trade. I'm like, bro, now that I'm looking at it, why even did I take this trade? Like, like that doesn't make sense. If you look here, no momentum. I personally have even a trend line here that I know that price can take, but I still took that trade. So like it's just to show that we all gonna make mistakes. Like we all gonna make mistakes, but always try to learn by journaling. Our mind is not gonna retain everything. I'm telling you. Like no matter how smart you are, the mind is not gonna retain it. It's gonna forget some details that you need to write them. I missed this trade also. And I had to journal it. It's hard, but I'm like, if you don't do it, you don't get better. Well, yeah, brothers, that's it. And you know, right? I'm happy. I'm happy that now I have like 74 trades that I can look back at. It's not that much because I'm sure your scene has like 3,000 or something like that. But bro, at least I got my data. You know what I mean? Alhamdulillah. And yeah, bro. Yeah, let's go back to this. Yeah. So if anybody has a question, yeah, bro, you can ask.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got any more questions for today.
All right, my brothers. All right. All right. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Man, O'Shane, bro, you're a legend, brother. I really, really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do this.
Yeah, no problem, bro. It's you know what Yasin said to me when I first start doing the pre-market break. Well, before I do the pre-market breakdown Zoom call, he always said to
Mhm.
me a secret is when you teach someone like when you teach, you learn at the same time.
That's true.
Does it make sense? Like you
Yeah,
learn
true.
when you're teaching.
Mhm.
Because someone might say something and then you said, "Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
I don't do that. That is different." And I do notice that that's always done that every time I do this.
Hmm.
So you do learn and also when you teach, you try not to make mistakes. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Yes. You hold yourself more accountable.
That's the word. Yeah, you hold yourself a lot more
More
accountable. But
1,000%.
yeah,
1,000%.
man, that's another Zoom call.
Yes.
Monday tomorrow. Trade safe. Don't blow your account, as I usually say. It's only
Okay.
Monday. I think I'm gonna try and go onto the Waka's page, but I
Yeah.
think it's on capacity. So good luck if anyone gonna try and go onto there.
All
It's
right.
at capacity at the moment, so you just have to wait until someone comes out and before you can get in.
Can get it. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll post you a link. I'll text Alex. Just give me a second.
If
And
not, I think they're gonna record it anyway.
Mm.
I'm gonna get a VIP link, bro.
All right. I'm telling you.
Just for us.
Don't worry. I'll text him right
And
now.
the
Just give me a
I'm
second.
VIP.
telling you.
Man, he's got the contacts, bro.
I'm telling you. You see, he's the market mover. He's everything. I'm telling you.
I've been trying to join for a while. It's not working.
I signed up, but they never sent an email for the link. They just sent an email for the WhatsApp.
Yeah. Well, I've done it like 4 hours ago, 3 hours ago, and I just came upstairs like not a while ago.
Guys, just give me like 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes.
No problem.
Ishmael and Shane, thank you for tonight. Yeah, well done, guys.
Thank you, my brother Nesh. Next time you're doing it, you are at Arafat. I kind of miss y'all. I kind of miss y'all.
Arafat is scared of the pre-market Zoom call. I don't know why.
Nah, bro. Come on. I'll let you guys do the job, you know?
Why, my brother, bro? You always bring great insight and perspective, my brother.
You know, I'll let you guys do it, bro.
Next
Can you hear
time.
Marcel? Marcel's like that.
Let Marcel do it next week, O'Shea. He's gonna mark out a POI in Asian session. It's crazy.
Marcel will do GU, yeah, and my Issa will do EU, yeah.
I'm proud of you, Arafat. You know that?
Yeah, T-Boys, let them do it,
You
bro.
That's sick.
used to be a trigger finger happy guy, but now you're like changed man. Ever since you got a kid, mashallah, man. You changed up.
Restricted.
He's
Mashallah,
restricted
bro.
now. This guy, man.
Mashallah.
I got the
In,
patience.
yeah. Like
I got
me and Shane will be live on a call, and Arafat will be there, but he'll be quiet. Because he's already in a trade, unless he goes his way.
He's already in the trade for sure.
Arafat will be in. Arafat will be in the trade already, and we're like, where? Arafat
yeah,
will
bro.
be in.
That he in. Yeah, time.
but nah, that was the old days, isn't it? Now I'll wait. Sometimes you see me like London and New York, I'll be sitting and I don't even touch it.
Looking at the chart, bro. That's so much self-control.
Yeah. I still take losses, don't get it wrong, but it's less compared to before. And it's valid losses. I'll be like, okay, I understand why.
Alhamdulillah. Mashallah. That's great, man. That's
I was
growth.
deep in at the end of the week. I was thinking like if you like want to just focus on one thing, for example, like you say like this week coming up, I'm just gonna sit on my hands and wait for medium inducement, and you do that maybe twice a week, you'll be successful. But
No,
when we
for sure.
we
Inshallah.
we
You'll be
try and get
successful.
continuations, we try and get reversal, we try and get it all, and in the
Yeah.
end you end up winning and giving it all back.
Yeah.
So it's like set yourself little goals, little targets that you want, how you want to trade. Like Yassine said, like our car takes 2-3 trades a week. That's it, max, maybe 2 trades. He knows what he's looking for. He knows what he's waiting for. When it comes and present itself, you take it.
That's just the my truth, bro. You said it.
Yeah,
You
sure.
said it. But yeah, man, we all gonna be successful. I promise you, inshallah, bro. I'm not worried. I'm not worried for Tepa. I'm not worried at all, bro. Like, I'm sure one day we all gonna meet, chill, have fun, money.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Not worried. All right, brothers. I'm gonna be out of here in a minute. Gonna try to get into that Wakar thing real quick. If not, I'm
We
just
have
gonna
to,
watch
we have
video.
to, we have to wait though, because that podcast is rammed. I can imagine how many people is trying to get
I'm
onto
trying to
it.
get
It's
him.
rammed.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yassine, did you see your guy Holland? Yeah.
What happened? Did
Stop
they
it, fam.
lose?
Stop it, fam. Stop it.
Let drama win.
2-1, bro. Like they were
I needed
losing.
Liverpool to win anyway.
No.
Liverpool lost, bro.
Liverpool was
Liverpool
fucked up,
lost.
bro.
Oh my God. Yeah, they did lose 6 points.
The gap is just now 6 points.
I know. Oh, how can Liverpool not beat them? Yeah.
Well, it was gonna finish.
You know they were
City on top.
leading.
City on top. Stop it, man. Stop it. Ever since Mane left, you guys are done. Liverpool is done, man. Salah, they ain't gonna do nothing without money. Come on, man.
You guys were lucky. You guys were lucky, Yassine. Let drama
you
win.
You weren't gonna win, you know. You're playing dead against Liverpool, bro. And then you lucky you got that late penalty at the end.
Imagine, yeah, that game and we still won. Imagine if they're playing well. Come on, fam.
Don't play well no more, bro.
We want you to stop sharing. So don't let us down, okay?
Don't worry, man. I want to see Arsenal win this Premier
Oh,
League.
that is gonna sit down there.
I want to see Arsenal win a Champions League. Never.
Nah,
You guys
nah,
keep
nah,
dreaming.
Nah. Let them dream. Let them dream.
To be honest, Man United is cooked too. That thing is just dead, man. Ever since Cristiano left, downhill.
We know. Now we are back. We are so back.
You know, there's a cycle in it. Everyone's gonna go through their cycle. Don't worry, we've been through ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Liverpool
can't
went
lie.
their own cycle.
This is the best Man United season in like 6 years. So I understand. So
True.
Yeah, Man United is having a good run at the moment.
Think about it. We play one game a week. We've got no European football to worry about. All eggs in one basket. We're going for it, man.
Yeah, every week new style of dancing.
That's it.
Transform the trading chat into a football chat. It's so funny. Shit.
all right, my guys. I texted Alex. If he sends me the Zoom call, I'll forward this. So
Legend.
I'm out of here.
All right, brother.
Yassine, remember to save the video on the cloud.
Yeah. My laptop at home is running. So as soon as I click exit, it's gonna download the laptop. It's open at home as well.
All right, cool. So we can just leave everything here then, can't we?
Yes, sir. That works. If anybody has any questions,
you can leave anytime. As soon as I end it, it's gonna be loading. And
all right, cool. All right, then see everyone later. Trade safe.
All right, man.
Yeah, my guys. Bye, brothers.